All right, let's have some fun here. I think Gibbs is the best part, in my opinion. Ah. Great pass. Good catch. Nothing the Bears could do with that. So much fun to watch this Lions offense. Unbelievable play call. Good stumble, Goff. I like the stop, drop, and score myself. The Lions delivered bad news to the Bears in Week 16, improving to 13-2. Through speed and creativity, the Lions took advantage of Chicago and moved one step closer to the number 1 seed. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Johnny Gaz. Thank you for returning for another video. I've condensed my highlights reaction to 3 key plays. So let's go through those in detail, and at the end of the video, I'll give out some grades. Let's go. Lions got their franchise best 13th win in Chicago, 34-17. I've picked out what I thought were the 3 most important plays from this matchup. Let's go through them in detail. We'll look at the time and score, the players involved, the formations, both offense and defense, and of course, we'll have some fun with it. Most importantly, let me know what you think in the comments down below of this victory against the Bears. Lions still stand on top of the NFC North and the NFC as they head into Week 17. What do you guys think? Let's dive into it. Here's my first key play from Lions versus Bears in Week 16. This is in the second quarter, 12:59 to go. The Lions held a 13-0 lead at this time. Bears had turned the ball over twice. They had punted twice. They just punted back to the Lions before this play took place. Lions had settled for a few field goals and were really looking to separate themselves in this matchup. In comes Jameson Williams. Let's quickly look at the formation here, obviously with a focus on the Lions. We have what they call kind of a 12 personnel with 2 tight ends. You have Sam Laporta and Brock Wright first starting off in a heavy set right. Then you have Amon-Ra St. Brown off the line here, wide right, Jameson Williams wide left, and then Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield with Jared Goff under center. As this play begins, Sam Laporta shifts formation to the left side. We'll freeze it there. Again, this kind of turns it into that 12 personnel. Now, for the defense for the Bears, you sort of have their base defense 4-3, 4 down linemen you see here. You have your 3 linebackers, and what will end up happening is this safety will end up shifting up. So you sort of have these linebackers playing a middle zone here in 4 quarter sections. You'll have a man-to-man concept on the outside, Amon-Ra St. Brown here and Jalen Johnson, and then Jameson Williams locked up here on the outside as well. And then you'll have your deep safety. The key here obviously will be what I think is the signal that Jared Goff gives to Jameson Williams here. You'll watch him wave. There's the wave as Sam Laporta comes across in motion. And I think that either signals Jameson Williams to either run this streak or seam pattern that you're going to see him run. Maybe it was designed for something different before Jared Goff sees what he sees and then makes that signal. Or maybe that was the call all along. Hard to know, but it's interesting because you certainly get that wave, which seems to kick off this play here as Sam Laporta comes in motion and sets this play off. So let's take a look at it. Jared Goff will take the snap. They'll run the play action to Jahmyr Gibbs. Again, at that point, you're going to have Sam Laporta sort of running a middle cross pattern. All right. Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to run a deep middle crossing pattern. And Jameson Williams is just going to take off and use his speed, a streak or seam pattern between the cornerback and the safety. And he's going to run right between those 2 gentlemen. Jared Goff puts on a fantastic ball outside in the conditions. Lions go up 20-0 on Chicago. This is another great look at it here from the end zone angle. You see Sam Laporta shift over. Jared Goff take the snap. He'll run the fake. And again, at that point, I think he knows he has the coverage he wants. I think he knows he has the man-to-man coverage on the outside. And at that point, in my mind, Jared Goff understands he's going to have a single safety. Now, I don't know if he necessarily sees this safety creep up, but my understanding is it's the second time playing the Bears defense. They haven't changed much since that first matchup. So Jared Goff, in my opinion, has to know he probably has a single high safety. He's trusting that Jameson Williams will use his speed to bust by that man. He does so, and Jared Goff just lays a fantastic ball. What a dime he drops in the breadbasket here of Jameson Williams. Everything comes together. Great protection for Jared Goff to step up into this throw. Just pure perfection in Chicago for Goff and Williams. Lions go ahead 20-0 at this point. What I also find interesting about this play is you seem to have all of your concepts pretty much open here. I think Jared Goff would have had his pick on where to go with the football. You have the early out to Jahmyr Gibbs if he wanted to just dump it off. You see Sam Laporta is open quickly on a turnaround there, in the middle range. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown, this safety continues deep. He doesn't even really jump him at all. So I think Jared Goff also probably could have made this throw as well if he wanted it, but I think he knew that Jameson Williams has the speed to beat both these guys, and if Jared Goff puts the right throw on it, which he certainly does, this was the end result. Just interesting to see the different concepts, the different levels of this play that they could have had. Obviously, they hit the bomb play, and this is everything you want in Jameson Williams and everything you kind of hope you get out of him. Obviously, you've had 40, 50, 60-yard plays. Well, this is the big money ball here for 82 yards that really separated the Lions here in this matchup. And here is key play number 2. This is the Ole Stumblebum. I think this one we'll remember for a long time. It's interesting because it starts similar to the formation that we opened up with in key play number 1. You have a heavy set formation to the right here, this time with Brock Wright, the far tight end, with Sam Laporta in line, and they'll stay that way. You have Amon-Ra St. Brown far right, and again, Jameson Williams far left with Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield, Jared Goff under center. I think the first key here is Jared Goff sees this safety up top come creeping down into the box. That brings 8 into the box here for Chicago. So they're obviously keying run. I think Jared Goff sees that, and obviously the main point of this play is to get Chicago to think run, or obviously they want them to think even better, a fumble, so everyone kind of freezes, and you're going to see exactly that. It works to perfection. A play like this really only works if you get everyone involved. Let's go ahead and see this run through here, and then we'll pick out little important things that all have to happen. There's the stumble. Jahmyr Gibbs falls. You see Sam Laporta creep behind everybody. Great pass again by Jared Goff right into the breadbasket. Lions go ahead 34-17 at this point. Another great end zone shot from this, and then again, we'll pick out a few important things. Main thing is to watch, obviously, the blocking up front. There's a lot of time that it takes to develop something like this, so the offensive line has to hold blocks, especially because you're going to have Jahmyr Gibbs fall. So let's stop it here. I think what's important, number one, is, first of all, the guy that's going to get the ball in the end of it, Sam Laporta, he's obviously going to have to stay in, block fake, and then kind of veer off to the back corner of that end zone, and you're going to key also number 36 of the Bears. This is why this play works. And again, you have to have everybody buy in to a play like this if you're going to have that sort of fake. And when you listen back on the actual audio call of the play, you'll hear everyone on the Lions sideline yell, "Fumble!" which, again, will cause the Bears players all to go, "Oh, crap, where's the ball? Where's the ball?" And all it takes is a split second, and you'll see 36 hesitate. Sam Laporta runs right by him, and the Lions are able to complete this play. So through all the other shenanigans, that is the main thing. You have to have buy-in from everyone involved. There's goes Sam Laporta. 36 has a chance to make the play. He runs right by his face, but he hesitates for 1 second because that play works to perfection. Again, it's the creativity of Ben Johnson. This is typically a running formation. They stayed heavy set right, and then they look to run the ball to the left. It's not a play action. It's a fake fumble. It's something completely different. So, again, it's not just your typical thing from Ben Johnson's offense. They were able to mix something in that's so different. It was so much fun. I don't know if I love the name, the Ole Stumblebum, but it certainly has a ring to it. I like the stop, drop, and score. I've heard a few other things. Let me know down in the comments if you like anything else, if you're okay with the Ole Stumblebum. Either way, this was the final touchdown for the Lions, the nail in the coffin, putting up 34-17, ultimately getting them victory here in Week 16. And here is key play number 3, this time from the defensive side. And we know the Lions coming in so depleted, but they did get one player back this week, Ife Melifonwu. And I thought he played an important part in this game. Now, he wasn't over the top statistically, but I think he's going to make a big difference for the Lions moving forward. I thought he would look like a very important piece, added some speed to the Lions defense. Now, I don't think he was perfect. I think he'll have to work himself in over the next couple weeks to really get fully acclimated, but it was important to see him back, and this is one of the plays that I thought kind of shines on that here against the Bears. So let's look at the formation. Obviously, the Lions up 34-17 at this point. This game is well out of hand. This is late in the fourth quarter, about 4 minutes left. Lions in a nickel package here. With all the depleted injuries, you have Amik Robertson playing the far corner, Terrion Arnold on the other side. You have Brian Branch sort of playing your nickel cornerback in this particular role because you have Ife Melifonwu back. Kirby Joseph, deep safety. But here's Ife Melifonwu here. Again, you have your down linemen 1, 2, and 3, and then you have 3 linebackers. First showing on the line of scrimmage. What's going to happen here is Ife Melifonwu this is a straight blitz. This is where his speed and athleticism really helps the Lions defense. Again, the Lions depleted also at linebacker. So to be able to bring him up, help in the run protection, or in the run game as well, run defense, but also to get after the quarterback, and you're going to see that spotlight here. So let's run through it. You'll see him wrap around the entire defensive line, and he's able to run after Caleb Williams and trip him up to get him down. And Caleb Williams was running around a lot in this game. Here you see kind of a better look from the end zone all the way around the defense. And again, we know we're asking a lot of the Lions' front 7. The defensive line so injured, the linebackers so injured, hoping to get guys back, but you have to get creative even defensively to find pressure and get to the quarterback. Well, they did so here with Ife Melifonwu. You're going to see them sort of play a 3-man stunt up here. The Bears can't block the extra Ife Melifonwu coming in around the outside here. You're going to see kind of get bunched up, and he's just going to run right around the edge. Caleb Williams tries to step up into this area here. You see, I think this is Pat O'Connor that's able to get off his block and get involved as well. But Ife Melifonwu ultimately runs and makes this play. Again, that's probably not a play that a linebacker makes if he has more speed in this sense to be able to get around the defensive line and really get after Caleb. Again, it is late in the game. Caleb's been running around a lot, so that does help. But so is Ife Melifonwu, so you got to give them both credit here. But again, it just brings another dynamic to the Lions' very hurt defense right now, and they're able to get a few plays. They were able to make necessary stops in this game. They were certainly not perfect, and you need to see more guys come back and see more marked improvement, especially at linebacker. But this is ways that you can help that out, and I think this play certainly shines a light on that here in Week 16. Now let's go through the grades in the Week 16 Detroit Lions report card. Starting offensively, I gave them a grade of A-. Let's start with Jared Goff, who I thought was fantastic. Again, a few weeks in a row where he has really been excellent. 3 touchdowns in this matchup. The fantastic throw to Jamison Williams. Again, in the elements, outside, on the road, Jared Goff just knocking things out 1 year, 1 week, 1 day at a time. Offensive line, I thought, was also very good. Even without starter Graham Glasgow, they're able to insert 6th-round pick Christian Mahogany, who stepped in admirably, filled in, and just shows that depth of the offensive line, the ultimate strength of the Lions offense. Jahmyr Gibbs was also very good. The first game without David Montgomery, I thought he was also really, really good in this game on his own. Over 100 yards on the ground, contributed in the passing game as well. Also got involved in the trick play. Again, just really, really good. Dynamic. I think he's one of the leading vote getters in the Pro Bowl, so really good to see. Again, I thought the Lions offense really good in Week 16. The defense, I gave them a B+, and that might be a little generous, but ultimately I think they really only gave up 10 points. I know the final score says 17, but that last score that Keenan Allen got heading in to the end of the first half was really tough. Terrion Arnold didn't make a great play. I thought Ife Melifonwu was out there. The bracket coverage wasn't good. So if you take that play away, the Lions really didn't give up many points. They made plays when they had to, able to force a turnover there. I think the first one was certainly on the Bears. The second one was a forced turnover, so that was good to see as well. I thought the interior rush defense was very good. They did not give up anything to DeAndre Swift. Again, the Bears' rushing attack isn't much to write home about, but they held up well. Again, the Lions are just so depleted defensively, so again, they had to get creative. They were able to force sacks, a few sacks. You had Muhammad, and then we showed you the one with Ife Melifonwu. So overall, I thought they were very good. I think they have questions still in the secondary, but if they're able to add a few pieces here as they get towards the playoffs, there's even talk that they might get a bye week here if they get this number 1 seed, or maybe a potential 2 bye weeks in a row. If they can wrap this up in Week 17, they certainly could use that to get some guys back. But again, overall, Week 16 against the Bears, I thought the Lions defense held up well. The special teams, really not much to talk about. Jake Bates had the long field goal attempt, 65 yards. Really not on him, but he did miss. Made his 2 other field goal attempts there, also all of his extra points. Jack Fox didn't have to come out much, but was fine when he did. The coverage units were good as well. Not much to talk about in the return game. And the coaching grade for this Week 16 performance against the Bears, I gave them an A. I thought it was a great recovery performance on the road coming off that tough loss against Buffalo. A couple moments to point out. You had the Jamo incident very early on in the game on the Bears sideline. You can say whether or not that should have been a flag on him or not, but you saw Dan Campbell audibly, visibly get in his face, let him know that whether or not that should have been a flag, you can't have that. You know they're out to get you. And he responded, and he played very, very well, responded with, I believe, a career high in yardage, had the huge bomb play, and is really becoming a key piece to this Lions offense. Again, they're having to piece together things defensively with the depleted up front defensive line, linebacking crew. Carlton Davis is out, so again, you're asking a lot of your secondary pieces as well. So to be able to come out and really put your foot down against Chicago, I think is a testament to that coaching staff. I think they do an excellent job of preparing this team every single week. I think they'll continue to do so as they head towards this playoff push and hopefully a number 1 seed. That's going to do it for this week's 3 key plays and the Detroit Lions Week 16 report card. What grades would you have given the Lions offense, defense, special teams, and coaching this week? And what did you think about the Ole Stumblebum? You got to let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for coming along for another video. If you dig the vibe here at Johnny Gas Sports, please hit that like button. It's the best free way to help out the channel. I'd also love it if you consider subscribing. Because of you guys, we're now on the road to 3,000. If you hit the notify bell, you won't miss any future videos. I do have a membership option available. I do all my live game play-by-play reactions, ladder series, a ton of other fun stuff. But there's always free content here for you all the time. More than anything else, take care of yourself and that mental health. That's more important than anything. I want to make sure you come back and see me on future videos. I hope you guys have a fantastic holiday. Go Lions.